Greetings. I am wearing a green shirt actually. I haven't done that in a ramble so far. But I just got off of editing the Skyrim Let's Play, which actually took longer than I really had expected. I thought there was only going to be some minimal things, but there's something weird going on with my screen recorder, so I couldn't really. It was somewhat involved with especially given my somewhat subpar editing software. But the other thing is that, as probably no one noticed, but maybe some people did, I didn't actually upload a ramble yesterday. At first, when I had started making them, I committed myself to making one daily, but then I kind of decided that, like, I didn't really necessarily have something to actually talk about every day. So, from now on, it's just kind of gonna be whenever I think I have a, compelling topic to actually go on about. But, on to the subject matter of today's ramble. So, I have here a container of Kirkland Signature peanut butter from Costco. What this container holds, I don't know. I mean, other than peanut butter and the way of its packaging and whatnot, I'm not really sure because I have not opened this yet, considering we already have an open one. And protocol in my family is not to open things until the old one is used. I'm guessing that's something that most people do, but regardless, if you had seen the other video, I had a complaint specifically about the seal on the jar, and that was the subject matter of a very somewhat strongly worded letter that I gave to that I delivered to the customer service of Costco, or I didn't really deliver it; the internet delivered it. But in any case, the funny thing was what I never made a video about was that shortly afterwards, and that was when I kind of went on my very long break from YouTube, I actually received another a response email from Costco themselves, and they basically I'll show the email actually briefly in a little clip here. All right, so as you can see, they have my name here, which is kind of standard, and then they have the name of the sender. But if you look at this, they actually addressed the thing that I was complaining about. Like, I saw this and I was like, okay, it's probably just this auto response, but no, what this means is someone at Costco customer service actually had to look at this email that I wrote, just ranting about their seals, and formulate a response to it. Which, I mean, props to them. They, good customer service response. But I like to imagine the person sitting at their desk reading this and being like, "What the fuck?" Like, this guy is really upset about peanut butter. I don't know. Maybe no one else finds this as funny as I do, but I think it's pretty great. But, so yeah, I got that email, and then afterwards, the funny thing about that was, the next time I'd opened it, the seal actually came off cleanly. Like, it was the craziest thing. I mean, I doubt they actually changed it because of me, but it was this, kind of crazy coincidence. Although, it did make me wonder if my thing, I wasn't the only one that was frustrated about it, it was a common problem. I don't know why I'm still holding this thing. I guess I feel like it's thematic for the video. I'll put it down. But yeah, and then, so that was kind of an odd coincidence. But then the thing that annoyed me was then after that happened, they ended up switching it back, which I wasn't really as angry about it the second time, but, it was interesting. I don't know. I think for a period I was just feeling incredibly aggravated about everything. So it was kind of the peanut butter was just some kind of focal point. But I also did kind of think it'd make for a bit of an entertaining video, just because it's not every day you get to hear someone fucking ranting about peanut butter. But in any case, I thought that was just an interesting little detail to share. And then I feel like there was something else I wanted to mention. Alright, I remember, I guess it kind of relates to the aggravation thing, but one thing that irritated me today was, apparently my school, which I'm not gonna say which school it is, or, any of the details, but, my high school, of which is sometimes the topic of my videos, is, apparently they're having some sort of, protest because, I shouldn't even call it a protest. That's being too generous to it. Basically, it's a statement for gun control because of the just recent events, I guess you could say. There was something that happened in Florida, but I guess the thing about that, what happened was the school principal ended up getting on the intercom today and essentially told all of us that he wanted to facilitate this march and that he was all for giving the students a voice to I guess influence our destiny or what. I don't exactly remember the particular wording that he used, but I do remember feeling a little insulted just because it was kind of one of those things of like, it needs to be a protest, but in an incredibly controlled manner. And not that, I mean, I understand they want things to be safe, but it's kind of those things of, I felt like it was the subtext of like, the students have a voice because I allow them to have a voice. Like, kind of like, it kind of annoys me how like adults, I say adults, like, I mean, I'm kind of like somewhere in between being an adult and being a child at this point, because like legally I'm considered an adult, but I'm also still in school, and like the reality is I can't really support myself right now. But I guess, like, the way the old treat the young is kind of like, there's this idea that they want to create this illusion of freedom. Like, yeah, you can have opinions, but, like, in reality, that just, like, we kind of know it's bullshit. Like, we start to realize that at a very young age. And, at least I did. Maybe not everyone does. But, I mean, I feel like maybe I didn't explain that well, but maybe some people know what I'm talking about, so, I don't know. That was just annoying to me. I guess it's a good cause, and I mean, to be fair, I remember my mom pointed out that it is kind of a big deal just because, like, the reality is a lot of government officials are paid off by, a lot of government officials are paid off by the NRA, so it's kind of those things of, like, especially since the principal of the school is a government-funded institution, so in a sense he does kind of work for the government. So it is interesting to see him taking a stand on this kind of thing, which is probably, you know, to the contrary of what his boss's boss's boss actually wants for him to go. So I guess we'll see how that pans out, but I feel like it's just kind of, it's an excuse for, it's an excuse for taking an ethical stand, I guess is what I'll say. At least that's kind of how I perceived it, but I don't know. Anyway, that'll probably about wrap it up for today. Be sure to like if you did, and possibly subscribe, and, yeah.